Dear all, this video discusses how to design and implement FIR filters. So, with continuation with previous video, there are two methods of solving FIR filters depending upon what are the parameters that has been given. So, first method, if suppose cutoff frequency, order and sampling frequency are given and if the window is been specified, or according to our requirement we can select the window. So now this program has been written considering cutoff frequency, order, sampling frequency and the window has been given. So whenever we want to design the filter, the steps using window method when we consider is, first we have to find out the impulse response, then you have to convolute it with the input signal in order to obtain the required filtered output. So the impulse response can be found out, or the impulse response coefficients can be found out using the function FIR1. FIR1 arguments are order n, then the frequency. So frequency here when you are considering, so as we have to convert it into radians, the general formula is the given Fc divided by Fs by 2, where by 2 has been 2 into Fc by Fs, where in that by 2 has been taken to the other denominator. Then comma, hamming of n plus 1 is the general arguments for FIR1. So here as the order is n plus 1 has been done, so the window becomes hamming of 34. So now in order to generate a signal, we are considering here 3 frequencies and we are generating a signal each of samples 30. So in order to do that, first consider n is equal to 1 to 30. So when you give 1 to 30, 1 colon 30, this will generate a signal of step size 1. So it will generate 1, 2, 3 till 30 will be generated. Now the frequencies we are considering here is F1 is equal to 50, F2 equal to 300, F3 equal to 200 and sampling frequency is considered as 1000, which should be much greater than the highest other frequencies. These frequencies can be selected anything depending upon what you need. Now initializing the variable where we want to store the final input signal. So x equal to a null matrix has been given. So let us consider x1 is equal to sine of the general formulas 2 into pi into n into the given frequency divided by fs. X2 is equal to sine of 2 into pi n into f2 by fs and x3 is equal to sine of 2 into pi into f3 by fs. So now here we can combine or write the entire signal as one signal. So the signal what we write, if you write it as in a matrix x1, x2, x3, so x1 will be a signal of frequency 50 of 30 samples, x2 will be a signal of frequency 300 with 30 samples and x3 will be a signal of frequency 200 of 30 samples. So when we write it as x1, x2, x3, this will become a one signal with 30 samples each of frequency 50, 300 and 200. So once the signal is generated, the next step is plot it. So in order to divide the figure window into two rows, subplot of 2, 1, 1 means two rows, one column and in the first area. So in this first area, the input signal stem of x will plot the input signal. So this will plot the input signal and a title is being given. Then in order to get the filtered output, either we can use convolution function or the filter function. So as it is FIR filter, its general equation numerator will be 1. So we will give it as the impulse response h, comma 1 and the input signal x. Then plot the signal, that is subplot of 2, 1, 2. In the second area this will plot, then stem of y, so y will be plotted, that is the filtered output and title. So once you run the program, this will be the output, that is, so 1 to 30 is a signal of frequency 50, next is a signal of frequency 30 to 60 is a signal of frequency 200, and next is a signal of frequency 300. And when you have passed it to the filter, so the final output, as you can see here, we had specified that. So as we have not specified anything in the FIR1 command, so this whatever is being generated is a low pass filter. So now the frequencies was 50, 300 and 200, and the cutoff frequency was 150. So as it is a low pass filter, it should pass all the frequencies below 150. So the only frequency over is 50. So the signal whose frequency is 50 will be passed with a small delay. So we obtain the desired output. Now second method is the one where passband and stop band frequencies are given, and also ripple passband and stop band attenuation are given. So in this case, the steps to be followed are, so like any other program, write clear all, close all, then enter the frequencies. So whichever frequencies are to be entered, that is passband, stop band, this is in analog signal, so passband, stop band and the sampling frequency. Now there are some steps to be followed, which I have explained in the previous video. So first thing is, in order to convert it into radians, so the formula is 2 into pi into the given frequency divided by sampling frequency. Similarly for stop band, 2 into pi into sampling frequency divided by the given stop band frequency divided by sampling frequency. Then the transition band can be found out using the formula stop band minus pass band. And the order of the filter, the formula for Hamming window is 6.6 into pi by dB. But in order to round it off, use the function ceil. And the cutoff frequency can be found out using the formula WSD plus, that is stop band plus pass band divided by 2. Now, in order to compute the normalized cutoff frequency, it has to be divided by pi. So, the given frequency divided by pi. Now, in the window being considered here is Hamming. So, directly in order to plot Hamming, it can be given as Hamming of n plus 1. This is the general format. And figure of 1, stem of this function variable HW. That means it will plot the Hamming window and a title is given for it. Now in order to compute the impulse response, so the function is FIR1. So the general arguments are n, omega c and Hamming of n plus 1. As we have not specified here any arguments with respect to what kind of filter, this will function as a low pass filter. And this figure of 2. So in order to plot the frequency response, the command is FREQZ. Again, as it is FIR, second argument should be given as 1, and 128, this value can be either 128, 256 or 512. So this will generate, and the output what you obtain, that will be magnitude and phase will be generated. Now when you are plotting the response, magnitude has to be converted into decibels. So the formula is 20 into log 10 of absolute of m. And in order to convert the frequency back, so initially here we have multiplied it with 2 pi. So here it was multiplied with 2 pi and divided by WSN. So in order to invert it back, multiply with WSN and divide by 2 pi. So multiply with WSN and divide by 2 pi, and absolute of m is used to find out the absolute value. So plot it, grid on will give the grid of the figure window. So suppose you run the program, so and you have given 100, 200 and 1000 as the frequencies. So order will be given as 33. So this is how the Hamming window will look like. This is the general Hamming window whose equation is already specified in the previous video, and this is the frequency response. So we have given it as passband is equal to 200 and above that is the stop band. So till 200 the frequencies will be passed, and below and after that it will be stopped. So FIR filter, basically you can see there are oscillations, basically there are oscillations in the stop band. So this oscillatory behavior is unwanted, which has to be removed, and this is known as Gibbs phenomena. This oscillatory behavior is known as Gibbs phenomena. So this is basically how the frequency response of the FIR filter will be. So do like, share and subscribe to the channel for latest updates.